Hello everyone, I am Tacet and welcome to the Gems of War Guild Wars Week 23, Day 3. It is a purple day, and today I guess we will bring back the Wisps. It has been a while since I've bothered using them. 4 times Rockworm from earlier. It has been a while since we've bothered using Wisps for this. So I figured we'd give it a shot. Both the teams we currently have saved haven't really been doing us much good on purple days. So let's go try plan B. It is Wisp, a purple impervious that can go in last slot. I almost want to do Element Grim. Let me just type in impervious, get us on, if I can type, get us into purple, and see what we can do for this. So purples, we have definitely no, maybe, probably no. Then again, this with a Queen Mab behind it, we get stat reduced. We could use them as a mini Kraken. Aha! There we go. Double Wisp Queen Mab Plague. Is that going to be too clunky? Probably. We're missing brown and we're missing yellow. So we are missing 2 colors doing that. We'd have to use something other than a Queen Mab. The problem is we need the freeze. Yeah, I think we go for it. We'll go for it. We'll give it a shot, see what happens. We get +1 magic too from having 3 phase. We could actually go 4 if we got rid of one of the wisps, but one of those wisps will be needed here. Banner. Purple, we cannot go frozen. Let's see, what's the minus brown? That's +2 red, +1 yellow. What's the oh, we can go minus purple. There we go. I mean, minus yellow, I mean. For the +2 purple, +1 red, -1 yellow. There we go. So we'll go with this, get the super quick wisps. Go into a Queen Mab, keep getting the freezes, keep getting the Plague to lower their stats. We have the Impervious for immune to their thing, to their Devour. And yeah, we have 2 immunes to freezes as well. And it looks like we have basically everything we'll need. So let's give it a shot, see what happens. Hello everyone, hello Henny, hello JCG, hello Strawn, hello I Love Computers, hello Gillax, hello Mr. Wilson, hello Oswaldo. Hello, the Bieber. Hello, SBM. And hello, Ella Matrix. Welcome. 69,420th comment. Nice. Okay. So, starting board. That skull I obviously don't want to take, because we get a free extra turn red afterwards. I can't take that purple, or he gets that purple. I guess we take this upper purple, hope for some blues, and go from there. We could also take the brown down, but I want to take that extra turn to start getting the freezes. Perfect, exactly what we need. We'll get that on him. Every single time we get an extra turn, we freeze, and we lower all their stats by 3 onto a random stat. Problem is, it's random. But as long as the board stays nice and plenished with purples, we can just keep poking. Though if we're in entangled, that will not help us much, but if nothing else, we can get wisp kills. So move that down. Keep getting those freezes, keep getting the stat reduction. Still double wisp. The wisps that never ends. Okay, another poke. Another damage. He's like a mini Kraken. Kind of. Not really. Partially. Close enough. Closest we're gonna get. Oh, cool. Queen Mab for free. Another wisp. And skull we still can't take. I guess we just let him take it. It's not that much damage. We'll go for the purple surge. I didn't get surge. But we do get the free turn into another free turn into double full mana, though since they're not next to each other, it will not do any damage to them. Now it becomes the point where it starts to get hard to actually kill them, because the only thing we really have to kill them with is Queen Mab at this point. Generally, a Kraken would be pretty good right about now. I don't think I can replace out Plague with a Kraken, though. Mainly because we'll get devoured if I do end up doing something like that. Let's move that down. I don't believe this gives him a skull. Never mind, it does, because the other skull was there. And now that re-entangles the little wisp, which is not good. I might just need to stop using the wisps at this point, because they just keep getting disabled, making us unable to do anything there. So right here, I do have to go for the skull, or else he's gonna die. Oh wait, no, he'll live. I guess I could go for the red, just to fill it up. Purple would work too, so let's take the purple. He'll take the skull. We'll still barely live. And then we can just move that over for almost full mana. And now full mana, and now we could just Queen Mab into the Plague. He will die, though, if I don't take that skull. Oh, never mind, there's 2 different skulls. Okay, well, let's use 1 Wisp. These battles are going to go very elongated, unfortunately. Let's see, skull. Yeah, we'll take that skull. Get that out the way. Throw down the Plague so he doesn't get more mana. Ideally, that would hit HP right there. And now that he took a little bit more mana, we can just throw this. Please unentangle already. There we go, perfect. Right on time. And now we can just take the skull to kill him. And for mana's sake, we take it that way. And down it goes. Okay. Well, that could have gone a bit better, but it still did what it needed to do. Let's see. You used Asha, Dragon Soul, KrissTigger, and Kraken. I would use that. Unfortunately, I can't use KrissTigger on a purple day, though that does seem pretty decent. Also, hello, Thunderman. Let's see. Also, hello, Nautical, if I didn't say hi. Also, hello, War. Missing all the hellos. But anyways, very similar team that we're up against again. So let's throw down the exact same thing. Actually, isn't that the exact same team? Or did he not have a Queen Mab earlier? Or I killed it too quickly to even notice. Well, in this case, we're probably going to double kill that and leave the 2 Krakens with what the Wisps will end up doing. So move that, get into Wisp position. I need to get the last little bit of mana on the Queen Mab. How much blue is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nowhere's near enough, so we will Wisp it. And just keep taking every extra turn we possibly get on the board till we eventually get full mana as we need it. Or we just don't have any options, which is right now. Hoping we could go a little bit further than that, but we'll just take that. Nice Cascade right there. Okay, everything's getting nice and evenly damaged, which is ideal. The more evenly they can get damaged, the better, because that means the longer we'll be able to keep casting Wisps for. Sweet, okay, and we'll take that Skull, Queen Mab, and almost win from there. So Queen Mab, that will kill that one, but that's it. That's the only thing it gets to do, is kill out the troll. I guess we'll go for it. Because we have a skull right there, that'll kill out the Kraken, and then we just need 1 more skull and that's match. Oh, so close. So close, so close. I could hope it hits HP. How lucky can we get? Oh no, even if it hits HP, it's not going to be enough. There we go, though. And down it goes. Sweet. Hello, Adrian. Hello, Mr. Jesse. But yeah, if anyone has any questions or anything, feel free to leave them in chat. We'll definitely get around to them, or any teams you want me to do after the Guild War battles. You watched the dev stream on replay on Twitch. Very interesting, and looking forward to everything. Yeah, we ended up discussing it earlier. I believe someone made a post on the forum, too. Let me actually go get that post. I forget if they made a video yet. They said they were going to make a video to go summarize it all. Let me go get the post, though. I can go find it real quick. 1 second. Oh, it's out here. Should be like one of the top threads. There it is. Let me go find a thing that someone posted that recaps everything. Let's see. I believe this is the most in-depth one. But if you go to this link right there. Hello, Maximuse. Welcome. There goes someone in text form summarizing everything that was said in the previous stream. That, or you could look at the beginning of our video that we did last night. Also recapped it. But yeah, either or. They ended up doing a Q&A stream. It was a little bit pieced together. They said they were going to do the actual video because the stream kept disconnecting. Don't believe they uploaded that video yet, or if they have, I don't know where they uploaded it to. Anyways, into the third battle. You're surprised I'm using Plague? Yeah, I'm not normally too huge a fan of Plague, but for the purpose of what we need on this team, which is an Impervious. Actually, this time I didn't actually need to use Plague. I could have used Kraken. But on the previous 2 teams, when they were using a Kraken, it was just the easiest way to really deal with it. Though, yes, you are correct. On this particular battle, we don't actually need to use a Plague. I could have switched that out. Not too that big a deal, though. I sure hope it won't be. We'll find out in a moment. As soon as we get the Wisps rolling, it should be fine. Gonna do about the same thing. Only slightly annoying thing will be Kraken into double Wisp, hitting both of those down. I don't think I missed an extra turn there. But we could take all that. Skull I can pretty much just ignore for now. I have no need to take it at the moment. No reds, no purples. Blue it is then, to make sure he doesn't get as much Corvash. Want to try dropping it into something. Doesn't look like we have any though. I'll probably just move this to the side. Oh, he could end up taking a skull if I do though. I guess it's not a bad thing. But he'll take the skull. Gives us some free turn right there. Another freeze. I can take this brown and the blue to deny him. I do want to make sure he doesn't get those colors for his Corvash. Though it wouldn't really help me as much. I'd almost feel like going for the purple or something instead. And just hoping for some kind of cascade. I wish I could double take on something. Well, obviously we could do the brown-blue, but we don't actually need the brown half of that move. Okay, yeah, he does go straight into that. That's exactly what I wanted him not to do. Unfortunately, that's the exact move he goes for. Take the green, take the green. We actually got a Plague up as one of our earlier casts. Kind of surprised he got up before Queen Mab. But it will happen. Purple Surge would be great. I guess we'll go for it. Aw, didn't Surge it though. Oh, and he has Corvash. That's not good. If nothing else, at least we can use the Queen Mab's extra damage that she has right now to damage that down. So he's going to most likely, under the new AI system, go and cast his ability instead of taking that skull. So I can do now, even though we don't have extra turn Queen Mab, I can go for this, get the extra damage for the ability, and then take the skull. And then we can hope that Plague hits HP. 1 in 4 chance, go. He has a Valkyrie there. I could take a blue right now just to make it slightly safer that he doesn't get an extra turn. I think I am going to do that. I have no need directly to do a Plague yet. So we'll do that, and I don't know if that actually saved us from him getting an extra turn, but let's just assume it did. Yay. Okay. Plague, we'll do that. I mean, not Plague. You're not a Plague. A Wisp, get that down, get the extra turn sitting right there. Another Queen Mab, and that is almost match. You have Mana Shield, so you're not going to die to that, unfortunately. We'd actually already won this battle if she didn't have Mana Shield. Oh, or we win it right there. Well, that was a lucky triple skull out of nowhere. Wasn't expecting that, but yay. There we go. Let's see, what's our next battle? Yeah, it's not often I use Plague. Actually, that's funny. We're using almost the same team right now. I can't use KrissTigger, unfortunately. But yeah, Plague has a nice Impervious. That's about the best thing he has going for him. He also has quite a bit of stat reduction. He's basically a Kraken, except instead of hitting physical damage every single time, it hits a random stat, which is worse than Kraken. But in some cases, it could be better if it's hitting stuff like attack or magic, particularly magic. In this case, though, there isn't really much we need to take out. Attack and, I guess, those two magic, but the Wisps don't use magic, so it gets less of an effect on those things. I almost feel like replacing a Plague for a Kraken in this instance. I don't believe we'd really need his blue right there. We can just put the Kraken in front and then kind of just go from there. Because we don't really need his magic reduction. The attack reduction is going to be very minimal, and we don't need him to really be immune to freeze. That's not going to be too huge. As long as our blue stays unfrozen, which we have right there to do, we should be fine. So we'll move it like that. Still go for the super quick Wisps. Same strategy, different troops. So let's go try this. Actually, we're almost using the same team now, except Kraken instead of KrissTigger. So let's hope we get the better starting board, and as long as we do, we should be fine. Hello, Jay and Ray. Hey, Jay and Ray. There we go. Alright, we'll move that down. Move that over. And at least now we do 3 damage per extra turn as well. We'll just start poking them down. We kind of had that before in a stat reduction with Plague, but a standard 3 damage is actually better than it. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. I almost didn't take that. I saw that from the side of my eye. Don't miss it. Okay. Well, we'll just swipe this purple, ideally into his Surge. Anything else? Don't want to miss those either. But yeah, we could either try taking the green and just get very lucky on one of these two. Which actually wouldn't be too bad idea, but I want to make sure he doesn't get Wisps, so we will have to go for that. Oh, it would have been a green. It actually would have been a green. Okay. Well, I'll throw that down. It does indeed get a kill. That's not necessarily a good thing. I want that not getting a kill for as long as possible normally. Mainly because I, of course, want to... Oh, I didn't mean to give him those purples. Because we, of course, want to keep it going for as long as possible with the damage. So we'll go for double blue here. We do have extra turn chance if we get a blue to fall, which we didn't. It was a green. Too many greens. Queen Mab. You are kind of useful right now, but Kraken's better. So we'll let it damage us. Not much we can do to that cast. Now we'll throw the Kraken, ideally into an extra turn, and then into a Queen Mab with 13 plus blue on the board. Okay, that partially happened. We got a Devour, and we got 13 plus blue on the board. So 2 out of the 3 things. He has a Wisp. Oh, that can kill if it hits my Kraken, now that I got a Devour. The Devour we just got can backfire if he hits on it. And since we can't take purple, I guess we just take either of the 2 reds right here. And start getting the Wisp off. We'll take this one. Nice, we did get the Cascade. And good, it did hit a pointless one. Oh, come on, no, no, no. I did end up going for the kill at the end. We lose some points, of course, because we lost the 1 troop. And I have no summoner. Throw down the Wisp. Get a kill. Take a Skull, try getting another kill. We'll bring him down and won't have to kill him, though, until we get a Kraken extra turn. Aww. Hoping that we could have gotten it maybe off of something there. Guess we Green Surge, start getting that up, maybe get a Skull. Nope. No extra turns either. 1 extra turn, we'll take him out. That's all we need. It's only the things that he ends up summoning. Is all that's left on his entire team. I could take the yellow and hope for a Skull. Obviously, we don't use that color though. Problem with Wisp right now though is it doesn't really get to do anything since it can't connect its damage. Green. I think we just swipe the screen. I really don't have a need to use Wisp. And then we could just Kraken into ideally a Devour. Now you don't Devour. Oh, there goes Wisp. We could actually lose this, surprisingly. I gotta be careful. Possible to lose. We're definitely losing score potential, that is for sure. And that's not even enough to kill it. It'll bring it down very low, but not all the way. Blue I can't take because he gets Skull. Oh, wait, never mind. I can just take it down. That'd be safe if I take it downwards. There's no purple or anything. He'll end up taking the purple, though. Oh, no. He went for the Skull instead. So that Skull actually helped us, kind of. Because now we can just go for this purple Surge and then win. Or it won't Surge. Okay. Okay. Purple? Nope, didn't get it. But that is definitely way more than enough damage. We'll throw that down. Well, that one really, really bad as far as score, but at least we got through the battle, which will save us quite a bit points compared to actually losing the battle. And what does that bring our score to? 5,413. So if we do good on this one, we only score like a 7,000, 7,100, so that is a bit low. And of course, we're up against a pretty similar team, so let's go put that Plague in, go put it back so we don't end up getting frozen or devoured. Go put that all the way in the back, and hopefully get a good board. A lot of the same. Every single team we faced was a variant of this team so far. Basically 3 or 4 different variants. I think it was 3. But anyways, let's get into it. Also, hello, Lowlights. Welcome. You've had good luck using Farce Troll, Sea Troll, Kraken, Queen Mab. That sounds pretty good. Farce Troll, Sea Troll is a really nice combo. Same as the Rock Troll, Dark Troll. Oh, let's get the double Wisps with the brown over. And just keep spamming this until we can get all the extra turns we need. As we get 0 extra turns from the board. Good job. Throw it down again. And that helped us none. I guess we'll just take a... Oh! Never mind. There is an extra turn just sitting there. Nice. Almost didn't see that. Double extra turn, actually. Skull. Do we take it? No. Yes. We'll take it indirectly. Ah, he got a Skull after all that. I was trying to do that so he wouldn't get a Skull. Still got one, though. Oh, let's use Wisp number 1. Try to get 13 blue on the board. Still 10. Try it again. Wisp. Extra turn. Still 10. Come on, no blues are falling. Do we take the blue? We get to cast Plague if I do. But we will never get to cast Queen Map for extra turn. Okay, good. We did get 1 to hit HP. Unfortunately, though... Yeah, I guess we give him a Skull, because then we can take the blue for free. Oh, never mind. He uses Wisp instead. Never mind. That is not what I wanted him to do. Okay. I can't take a Skull. Not even if I do something weird over there. I could take this blue and hope for a skull, but then he skulls us. Taking the red just gives him a skull. Taking this blue just gives him a skull. Every blue we take will give him the skull, actually. Except for this one. That one is safe. I guess we take that one then. Oh no, but then he gets free blues. Never mind. Hard decision. I guess we give him the blue on the top. Or the skulls on the top, I mean. Because that... No, that would be guaranteed as well. Never mind. What's the move then? Okay, so take that blue, he gets skull. Take that blue, he gets skull. Take that blue, he gets skull. Wait. No, that one's safe. Oh, I found a safe one. There we go. So we can't take it there, can't take it there. Aha! So there was one there. Alright, we'll take the reds. Nothing I need to do there. Nice cascade, but we need to get lucky off the top. Need one more skull. Once we kill the Kraken, we essentially win. It's impossible for a Queen map to really win against a Plague. Particularly if we keep reducing its attack to 0. Once it hits 0 attack, it literally can't kill a Plague. The worst comes to worst, we'll automatically win at that point. Just be a matter of time. So we'll probably go for the purple. They're surprisingly adjacent to each other. And he has 0 attack anyways from being reduced so much. Off the Plague and everything. Not enough blue right now. But that will be enough damage. So yeah, this team up. That went a little bit smoother than the previous one. Our score is still going to be pretty bad. I believe it's just over 7,000. I don't even think it's going to break 7,100. But at least we didn't lose any. Yeah, 7,122. So definitely way below average as far as what we normally do for 5-0. It was up against Anonymous though. Wait, we're that far down right now? Wow, we're all the way at number 8. I didn't realize we were that low. And us doing our battles actually made us go up there. So yeah, we're just barely hanging on right there. I believe it's because we don't have some battles though, but I'm pretty sure the other guilds don't have some of their battles either. Yeah, we're missing 2 people and a few other, like here and there. It is 125 to 125 though. Wow, we end up scoring like 30,000 lower. That is quite a bit different. That's just more like 27? 28. Yeah, 28,000. It's more like a 28,000 gap. Even though we both did the same battles. Anyways, let's go do dungeons, mess around with other stuff. Also, hello, Ayrton. Welcome. Hello, Oswaldo. Newbie question, feel free to ask them. What is the best way to get a legendary and mythic cards? And how to do it? And you just started playing and you're learning a lot from your videos. Oh, no problem, Oswaldo. But yes, as far as legends and mythics, they are generally obtained as purely random drops from glory keys, gem keys, event keys, guild chests, and VIP chests. Gold chest is essentially the only one that doesn't have them. Those are just the general ways of gaining them. They're pretty random though. The way that you target down specific legends in this game is by completing out the Blighted Lands and the Drifting Sands Kingdoms. This unlocks you the Soul Forge, and this unlocks you the dungeon system. And with the Soul Forge, you're able to craft specific legends and mythics once you get it to level 9 and 10. Don't actually spend gems on it, but let it level over time just from naturally getting kills. And once you eventually get to legend and or to level 9 and 10 on it, you will have the option every single week to buy specific legends and mythics for the cost of diamonds, as well as a few small amount of other resources. So this is generally the easiest way, if there was one specific legend or mythic that you're seeking to actually obtain them, is by using the Soul Forge itself. They also will be in the future, probably by the time you even unlock it as well, be expanding this. I'm not quite sure if they're doing that next patch. It wasn't asked in the Q&A earlier, so I do not know for sure if they are expanding out the roster here as far as how many legends and mythics are choosable every single week, but it is something they will be addressing in the future, because right now it's only a rotation of 4 for each. They're probably going to expand it to like 8 or something else. They will always keep it limited just so you can't craft like literally anything whenever, but because everyone would just craft whatever's the most overpowered at a given time. But it's still pretty easy to just wait for the rotation, maybe like a few weeks. Is the Frozen Banner a good choice for your team? Which one did you end up mentioning, Ray? Let me see. You've had a good luck using Forest Troll, Sea Troll, Kraken, Queen Mab. Yes, Frozen Banner would be perfectly fine, because you don't use any red, and you use a lot of blue and purple. Let's see. Your friends started playing and is looking for replacements for Alchemist Hellcat Loop instead of Goblin Rocket because he hasn't have any. Is there any good cheap ones? Are you asking for a loop team that doesn't use that? From what I'm aware of, that is the cheapest infinite loop team that you can do. As far as general loop teams, you could just go with like a 4x Goblin team of some kind. That won't like infinitely loop, but it will have some potential. Something else you could consider that's also pretty cheap is Deep Bore with triple Rockworm in the order of Rockworm, Deep Bore, Rockworm, Rockworm. We were actually messing around with that earlier, well, a variant of it. In late game, it would absolutely get destroyed, but for early game, it could be a possible option. You end up putting a Deep Bore here with double Rockworm behind it, and then just keep spamming out the Rockworms over and over again. They keep hitting the last enemy, as well as create additional brown. And the Deep Bore you use all the way to the right or left column, and this also creates you a bunch of brown and gain some armor in the process. Oh, you're asking for a replacement for Goblin Rocket in an Alchemist Hellcat loop. Most of the replacements for a Goblin Rocket would be higher rarity, not lower rarity. I don't believe there's a lower rarity one that would end up replacing him. As far as higher rarity, there's like Garuda, Moloch, Infernus, the new legend that literally just came out this week. What's his name? King something. I forgot his name off the top of my head. Which he could possibly get in event keys this week. What's his name? King Salinas. Could also work. But yeah, I would probably just wait until you find the Goblin Rockets. If Goblin Rockets the only thing you're missing from that team, it won't take you that long to get them. Just tell him to focus on some gem keys when he gets around to it. In either 10 or 50 bulk, so they're slightly cheaper. And you can get extra gems just from your guild or from doing treasure hunt a little bit. Also, I believe the event this week gives like 60, 90? How many was it? Yeah, doing all of the event this week also gives you 90 gems if you kill 90 purple troops in PvP, which is relatively easy to do if you're just doing the standard kind of PvP battles and everything. Haven't even been trying to aim at it, and we're almost to 150 already with effortlessly, because so many people in late game, like the whole meta of late game uses like 2 or 3 purple every single time. Not to mention I use really heavy purple teams as well. There's actually a specific reason why I do really heavy purple teams though, generally. Well, for one, there's a lot of fun ones. But also, I ended up putting all of my gem mastery into purple when I ended up doing all my masteries. I have the highest purple surge chance in the entire game, so I find it really funny that the meta is on purples right now. Because it's really convenient for how my account is currently built. Like, excessively convenient. Okay, so he's just going to get a Scolder. Really bad start so far, but as soon as we can get rolling, be fine. And it looks like we can get it. Here we go. Not that many purple, but we'll have to go for it. And we did get it. Nice, and that should be matched. And we can just loop from there to the end. Yep. Fail. And down it goes. Hello, Amanda. Can you say hi to your 2-year-old Morgan? Hello, Morgan. Welcome. Aw. 2-year-old. Hey, Celestial Tristan as well. Nice and shiny. Too many Celestials. We actually have more Celestials than any Arcane in the game right now. I think we said we had 214 compared to 218. Barely, but it is indeed more. That also reminds me, I still need to farm that up above 100. It annoys me now when any of them fall below it. Even though there's no point at all if it falls below. But, oh, you're asking for a replacement for Goblin Rocket. There, you have the Alchemist Hellcat. As far as the replacement for that, I think your easiest way would be to go maybe a Valkyrie and then into one really heavy blue troop then, if you don't have Garuda or anything like that. Could be a possible alternative option. A question, how does it come that you don't need to pay 50 gold to see the enemy team? Oh, the paying 50 gold to see the enemy team is only something you'll normally see on my other account, which is fully free to play. The reason for this is when you unlock the VIP system, there's like a VIP system in this game when you end up spending money. None of the rewards for it are really that good, but there is one pretty noteworthy one. Actually, there's two. But the cheapest noteworthy one is, I believe, at $40, 30 or 40, there becomes a VIP 3 perk, which is it automatically scouts all the battles for you for free. And that's why whenever we do our battles, we automatically have it scouted and we don't have to constantly click that button. It saves a little bit of time. The gold save isn't really that much, but it's mainly the time save that is pretty convenient, since we can automatically see without needing to click the button or go for that little short, like 1 second load time to see whatever we're up against. So it is pretty convenient. If you're planning on playing this game like extremely long term, I would definitely advise doing it, mainly because it would save you so much time overall. But yeah, it's not really that needed. I barely even noticed that it doesn't automatically scout on my other account, mainly because it's not necessarily important to have all the teams scouted. The only time it really comes in handy is if you're running PvP like constantly and you know that you're going to be up against stuff like earlier on in the game where you might not be able to do the battle. That's about the only time it really comes in handy. Like on my other account, when I do like 1 trophies or 2 trophies, I never need to scout them out because I know, okay, I'll be able to take these. But if I want to do like a 3 trophy battle on my other account, I'll need to scout it out pretty much every single time because I have no clue what it's going to be, and more often than not, it's going to be something that I won't be able to take. Alright, let me go show the VIP thing after too. But yeah, VIP 3 and VIP 5 are the only ones that people generally go for. VIP 3, if I'm not mistaken, is $40, and VIP 5 is $130. At VIP 5, you end up getting access to VIP chests. There's nothing in a VIP chest that you can't get automatically, but VIP chests are generally used for whenever a new mythic is released, which is done once per month. The reason for this is the VIP chests have the highest chance in the game for getting mythic troops. They're not guaranteed, but about 1 in every 100 VIP chests does indeed give a mythic. So for people who are hunting them down every single time, every single month, they're generally the go-to pick. Otherwise, doing gem keys is almost the same thing. It is about twice the chance of getting a... if you spend the exact same amount of resources on a gem keys as you would on a VIP chest, there's about double the chance that you would get a mythic on the VIP chest side. It's not really a necessity, but for the completionists that are trying to get like nearly everything, it's kind of convenient to have. So most people just stop at VIP 5 and don't go any further than that. That's why I ended up doing, but due to a couple other purchases, it ended up going over to VIP 6. But yeah, you really have no need to ever go higher than VIP 5 in this game. Really, you don't even have any need to go over VIP 3. Generally, I would say if you were to like really play budget in this game, but you were wanting to spend something, it would be just buy the Death Knight pack and nothing else, because that would give you 100% bonus on all of your battles. It would make it so you can skip Dragon Armor and what was the other one? Dragon Armor and Celestial Armor, and it would also make it wait, what was the other one? What was I just going on? Let's see. Oh, and it would also give you the automatic scouting, which was the whole point. Yeah, it's not a necessity. Our other accounts still doing really good. We've done 3 accounts 100% free to play, and on 2 of them we've gotten a mythic. This most recent one we haven't yet, but it will happen in time. It's not particularly hard. Some people still do happen to go like several months without getting a mythic. It can come down to luck sometimes. But yeah, we've managed it on 2 accounts, hopefully on a 3rd soon. Actually start getting that. It's also slightly easier now that the Soul Forge is around too. So regardless of if you get lucky or not on keys, I believe it takes about 2 months fully free to play to obtain a free mythic, or, you know, free. It'll still cost, I believe, 20,000 souls and 10 celestial trade stones. But assuming the diamonds that you just naturally get, that then makes it pretty easy to get one every 2 months or so. And they come 1 new every month, so you could basically just alternate the months, and whatever one was worse of the 2, just don't get that one. Or you can just catch up on older ones. Do you know also a good way for starters to get fast way for souls? Basically just spamming arena. There's currently no better way for a fresh new player to obtain souls than simply spamming arena over and over again. Getting good at that minigame will give you a lot of souls. It's relatively easy to do, generally because everyone around you will be the same kind of difficulty as far as their picks and everything that you're doing. So there isn't going to be like a big discrepancy until later in the game. Like if you're a level, like let's say 100, you're not going to be up against like a level 1000. It's a little bit fairer in arena compared to the matchups that you end up getting in PvP sometimes. But yeah, that's the easiest way to get souls until you are capable of one-shotting the first challenge in the Vinian Fields, at which point it becomes quicker to do a Warlock, Valkyrie, Warlock. That can do around 20,000 souls per hour. Arena can vary quite a bit, but as a newer player, you can expect to get around 5,000 to about 10,000 souls there per hour. Later in the game, it can actually do 20,000, as this is basically the same as triple Warlock. So generally, people who get to that point will want to go right back to Arena if they haven't gotten Fairish Raz yet. But in order to win Arena super quick at the moment, you basically need either Runic Blade, which you get at 37 green-yellow mastery, or you need the Dawnbringer weapon, which is pretty unrealistic for people to actually build. And if you're trying to farm souls, it's not worth it because it costs 1.3 million souls to even obtain that weapon, and you would never really get your investment back on it. So yeah, basically running with Runic Blade is the easiest way. Focus down 37 green-yellow hero mastery and kind of go from there. Okay. Where to move? And if anyone else has any other questions, feel free to leave them in chat and we will get around to them all. This is a really bad board. Move that down. Appreciation here. Wait. Appreciation here for what you do. Having fun with the game. Oh, no problem, Quinto. Yeah, we have a lot of fun with this. We did say that we're going to be doing a 24-hour stream soon, too. The 3-year anniversary for this game is next month. Later next month. Last year, we ended up doing a week-long stream. Or, you know, not like perpetually week-long, but we did like 8 hours a day, every single day, for 7 days straight. I don't believe I'm going to be doing that this time around, but around the time of the 3-year anniversary, I believe we will be doing a 24-hour stream. Will I be able to complete it? I do not know. The longest stream I've ever even done of Gems of War was around 10 hours, and the longest stream I've ever done was around 12 hours. So I would have to do basically double the longest stream I've ever done. But the reason we were going to do that is because in case they ever add additional weapons, I currently only have 100,000 souls. If they add another weapon that costs, let's say, 1.3 million souls, like what the Dawnbringer did, I will not have the resources for it. And we calculated it out, and it will take exactly 24 hours if I was to go soul farming with the best method in the game to actually obtain it. So I said I was going to do it off camera, but then a bunch of people were like, hey, you should go stream it. And I was like, oh, okay. So that's what we're going to do. Eventually. Let's see. Well, we'll throw down the double brown. Hello, Negastu. Your red teams aren't synergizing very well. Would you build without these troops? Steph, Draculus, Garuda, Infernus, Stratnar, Ketris, Selinus, and Wolf Garrick. Probably true damage spam. A double Merilith, Miststalker, and something else could end up working for you. You use the double Merilith for the +1 on red to make sure you have a +3 red total on your team. You then just keep spamming those colors, keep spamming the Meriliths, and you use your Miststalker for pickoffs. And that's pretty much enough just to get you the win. It's not the greatest team out there. Assuming that you're in a lower bracket, it should be perfectly fine. If you're in bracket 4 lower, I believe you can get away with double Merilith, Miststalker, and one other true damage, maybe like a Spirit Fox or something. Kind of just did an item and stuff. So something along those lines. Oh, wait. You said Red Day. Never mind, you can't use Spirit Fox. I was thinking true damage, not red. Well, Miststalker does work, but double Merilith, Miststalker. I don't think there's a cheat. Wait, you have Crimson Bat then? Because you didn't not say Crimson Bat in that list. So you could just use Crimson Bat as your the alternate troop then. Let's see. Yeah, no problem. And if you have any questions in specific, always feel free to leave them. Speaking about Crimson Bat, let's actually go run the cheaper Crimson Bat team. I showed this quite a bit, but if I end up getting Crimson Bat on my other account, it's pretty much the first thing I'm doing is building this team. It is extremely solid. We'll go roll it right now. Generally, this team is only good if you can 2-cycle it, as in double Crimson Bat for the entire win. That's generally where it shines best. When you can't get the 2 shots, it's not as worth it. Like, for example, against this team, we wouldn't be able to do the 2 shots. Against something like this, I believe we can, get the 2 shots. So let's go show it against this then, just as an example. You want to see me soul farm? That's going to be a very, very long day, the day that we do that, obviously. But yeah, we'll go do it. We'll go do it. You're going to need to find a lot of talking material, that is for sure. Because we're going to be around for a while that day. Okay, so we'll throw down Crimson Bat number 1. Then get Crimson Bat number 2, and then we're pretty much good to go from there. Crimson Bat number 2. He, of course, gets the revive. Oh, yeah, this is going to be nowhere near a double cast. We'll move that over. Crimson Bat number 3. Do we take the skull? That's not really worth it. Let's go true damage to kill him. And Crimson Bat number 4 as soon as he gets up. And stop gaining HP. Crimson Bat number 4. There we go. That was way too many than we needed. But that's basically the team. Cycles pretty well. As long as you're not up against like Krakens or something, it's fine. Even if you are, you can just like shift it over by 1. Like that. Boom. That one's also going to be annoying, but let's go try it. Don't have 2 be 24 hours though. Yeah, I know. It probably won't end up being 24 hours. We will be doing a stream of it though. I wanted to do 24 hours mainly because that would end up covering all the souls we needed. So it kind of makes sense. But I've said, or some people have asked in the past for me to do a 2-hour stream. I mean, a 24-hour stream. So that would be the easiest thing probably for us to be able to do as a 24-hour stream. I don't think I've ever even soul farmed for that long though. Normally whenever I soul farm, I only do it for like an hour or 2, just to kind of have a break to do other things. But yeah, we'll give it a shot, see what happens. If nothing else, we could get such a good pattern going from doing it so much in a row that we could have some other game maybe over top of it. That could end up working. Oh no, we're about to die. The struggle of trying to use this team against Barrier is not working. No. Freeze and all the things. McCoy. Is McCoy actually here right now? That'd be funny if she was. I mean, he. No, he's not here. Never mind. He normally is. That down goes that. Hey, JZG, I know you're here. I saw you earlier. Are you still here is the question, though. Yeah, you were like the second person to comment on the stream. Are you here, JZG? Why are you using triple Tyro on your defend? Also, I hope you aren't defending with ads in your normal teams, that is. Also, by the way, the Soul Farm team, for any of you that don't know that I'll be using, is triple Fair Straw Valkyrie. It's the same thing as triple Warlock Valkyrie, except this gets 3 times as many souls and can one-shot anything in the game. Though this is obviously exponentially harder to actually obtain. And I got pretty lucky in actually having 3 of him, because that's exactly how many you need to build this team. And now we just start one-shotting everything like crazy. And gaining extra turns also like crazy. And move that down. Oh no! I meant to take that for an extra turn to swipe the wrong direction though. Fail. Well, now I need to go waste a bunch of turns to go take the mana that I should have already had. And throw that down again. And yeah, that's the team. If I didn't mess that up, that would have actually been a really, really quick win. I generally don't run this in PvP. This isn't how you actually use the team to farm. The way that you use the team to farm is just go to a very easy challenge and then do it from that. Like, for example, I need to figure out what challenge I want to do when I do end up doing it. I'm not even 100% certain which one I will end up doing. I want one that doesn't have Agile on its first enemy that's still relatively weak. I believe Pan's Veil first would be one that we could end up using. It doesn't have Agile, right? No. As long as the first and second don't have Agile, it would be fine. And then we just pump it up to like Warlord 3 for the extra souls and just keep spamming that out. It should still be one shot, I believe. No. Maybe I might need to lower it a bit lower than that. We'll see. Well, we'll take the red there. It gets a little bit of mana. As long as we can get this Valkyrie off, it'll be fine. And then we just go from there with nothing. We go from there, being able to do nothing. Okay, let's take some manas. Yeah, being able to one-shot with skulls is pretty important. I don't know if I can actually do that on the previous challenge, though. Wow, really bad board. Let's just get him out the way. Oh, I can't even target him. Fail. That's not good. And since we got rid of the color, I'm not going to be able to get up Valkyrie either. So really bad for everything. Get some of our mana. I should probably just swipe the yellow there. Would have been able to progress this a lot quicker than doing that. Very, very slow cycle, but it does happen sometimes. Oh no, he's reducing the stats. Yeah, we'll probably just have to stick with the one challenge in... I hate using it because of the first challenge of the Vineyard Fields. I hate using it mainly because it has Agile whenever I do this team. But it would get a lot more consistent though. Okay, we'll take the... Actually, we don't have a convert. We'll just move that over. Their skull. And yeah, the skull's not being able to one-shot's a pretty big, crucial deal. But we do get 825 every single time. And I believe it's 800. Would it be 800 on the dot if we had 25% less? I need to double check that. Let's actually go check it here on the Vineyard Fields. Well, first let's do the normal challenge first. If I'm not mistaken, we can one-shot it. Let's see. No, it's actually slightly off. It is one... You've got to be kidding me. Merlantis better be an attack kingdom. It'll be exactly enough to... Oh. Oh, that is going to be perfect if Merlantis is attack kingdom. I need to go ask the devs. Oh, that needs to be one. Look at that. 32 damage. That would be the exact amount. We'd be able to go so much quicker at soul farming if we gained one more attack. We have every single kingdom currently max, so it's impossible to have a higher attack right now than what we have. But if Merlantis has +1 attack, that will be one-shotted. Let's hope so. Let's see. Would Merlantis even have it? I feel like the kingdom would be more of an HP kingdom than an attack, but if it does do attack, that's going to be too perfect for when we do that. Otherwise, I might need to lower the difficulty when we do end up going for it. At least we can one-shot him now. As soon as we get the first guy out, it's pretty easy to take out the rest with the skull. Actually, only him. That's weird. Yeah, it's only the first two that will end up getting hit. The back two have way too much HP, which is why you normally kill them first if you're using a Warlock variant of this. I'll just get that down. Wait, Brown doesn't have alignment? I was about to go throw this on Brown for an extra turn. Wait, it's not even possible. I'm still going for it. I don't have anywhere to throw it. Alright, we'll just take mana and basically end them with double. And that's match. I know, keep attacking you. You're enjoying all the revenge battles. I know, right? Okay, let me go test something real quick and then we'll go back to normal PvP. I want to see what the difference is on Warlord 2. This will definitely be able to one-shot pretty much the entire team with skulls. And this would also be applicable to basically every challenge in the game as well now, if we were to do it like this. Oh, come on, we can't even swipe any of the other mana we need. Okay, move that up. Get a Valkyrie, go from there. Nice Valkyrie, get it off from Browns. And now we can just go crazy on the board. So we'll go do that, take him out. Didn't get full mana off of anything, or an extra turn, unfortunately. Not much he can do, though, either. I'll go move that. Get some of our mana. And now we get it right off the top. Take that out. I probably should have targeted him since he has the Agile. And that gives us another cast. We'll take him out. Now right here is where I'd want to go for a skull. And then we could just go for the poke on anything. Doesn't matter if we get another fair shroud. It makes no difference. I like how it just doesn't even go for the 4x skulls anymore. Good job, AI. There we go. So if you had... Oh, hey, an Arcane. I wasn't even looking for that, but there we go. It wasn't even Explore, it's a challenge. In a challenge, it's like a 1 in 40 chance that you even get one. Let's see. So if you had only a single Fair Shroud, would you include him in a Soul team? Yes. It would be the whole Soul Farm team that you do is once you can one-shot the first challenge in the Vineyard Fields on the lowest difficulty, the whole thing that you do is Warlock, Valkyrie, Warlock. And then as you start accumulating Fairish Raws, you, banner would be +2 red, +1 yellow. This is just to make sure you get Valkyrie super quick. And then as you start accumulating Fairish Raws, all you do is just keep replacing this team out with, slowly with Fairish Raw, and then you get another Fairish Raw, and then eventually you have all the Fairish Raw. And that's essentially the team. It uses the exact same strategy for the most part. That's just what you do. It just, you can also do the Warlock, the Fairish Raw up front if you wanted to. He gets a higher one-shot, but if you're already one-shotting with the Warlocks, which is what you should be doing anyways, it doesn't really make much of a difference where the Ferrous Raw is. He's mainly just there for the mana, or for the extra souls anyway. So I believe, actually, I just said it doesn't matter, but I believe, as I just positioned it, was correct. You start him in the back and then work your way up. I've never used like a partial team like this. I know it works, but yeah, I believe you put the Ferrous Raw in the back, not the front. Because the problem with putting in the front in a team like this is he's going to be blocking way too much of your mana compared to a Warlock, which has 1/3 of his mana cost. And once the Warlocks actually cast, which they're going to be, they take out all the purple, so he's mainly just there for the souls. Maybe once you have a double Ferrous Raw, so one Ferrous Raw would probably be the, not that. One Ferrous Raw would probably be this. 2 Ferrous Raws would be this. And obviously 3 Ferrous Raws would be just replacing the final one out like that. So I guess when you only have 1 Ferrous Raw, it does go to the back. But once you get 2, that'll basically be the normal team. So you then put them to the front. And then once you have 3, obviously you just go all 3 of them as the Ferrous Raw. Oh, I didn't even pay attention to how many souls that was because I got distracted by the arcane traits done. Shiny arcane. What does it say? 220 souls at the top of the screen. Is that because of Ferrous Raw? Yes, that is because of Ferrous Raw. Whenever you use anything with Necromancy or Necromaster, it increases the cap of the souls that you can get. You can also do this with the Merchant to increase the gold cap in a certain battle. But yes, that is because of the Ferrous Raws. The normal cap is 40. He increases it by 150%, and this does stack with multiple of them. So he's doing 450% more bonus there, which results in 220 instead of 40. That's where all the souls come from. It's also why Ferrous Raw is insane for soul farming, and why I always advise people to get them. 3 Ferrous Raws is 3 times quicker than the quickest method with no Ferrous Raws. Need to get a Valkyrie off real quick, and then we'll go back to PvP. I just want to see how much this does real quick. Oh, there we go. Lucky Skull. Nice. And get a nice Ferrous Raw in there. Another one. Come on, cast. Come on, cast. I can't wait till hotkeys come in if they ever do. Okay, how much souls was this for having 25% less? We end up getting 50 less souls, surprisingly, per battle. But if we end up winning quicker, that's perfectly fine. Yeah, I think that's an okay trade-off. 50 less souls, but you win quicker consistently. And only if we could get one more attack on him. Come on, Merlantis, give us attack. So we can get that extra 50 souls per battle. Anyways, back to PvP. What should we mess with now? Let's see. You could just disenchant my 3 million soul. No, we're not going to disenchant them. The whole reason we need a soul farm into the future is because we're not disenchanting them deliberately. We will never click that disenchant button. How many do we actually get right now? If we click disenchant, we would end up getting 165,062 troops would be disenchanted, and we'd end up disenchanting 2 million. We'd get 2,077,455 souls if we were to do that, which actually isn't that much in the whole scheme of things. I believe that would be annoying if I like wasn't paying attention one day and tried clicking the no button and click disenchant instead. That would not be funny. But yeah, imagine if they like switched to 2 of them or something like that. Okay, but yeah, 2 million souls isn't really that much for the most part. I believe it takes almost 3 million at this point, particularly when Merlantis gets in. About 3 million souls to fully level every troop in the entire game. 2 million is, let's see, how much do you need to do absolutely everything in this game? I need to calculate that out eventually, because now with the Soul Forge, that number has become a lot higher than what it was previously. But all troops combined with Soul Forge, I think it takes 5 million souls to max out everything. And the quickest possible soul farming method in the game is around 50 to 60,000. So let's say 50,000 for the triple Ferrous Raw thing. So even with the best method in the game, 5 million... actually, that should be pretty easy to calculate out. Okay, well, I'm going to calculate it still. Calculator, go. Really only 100 hours? I guess so. Well, that's with the best method, though. Let's go do it and bring it down to the lower method. So lower method, 20,000 an hour. 20,000 into that would be... Let me see, 20,000... so realistically, it would actually be 250 hours of soul farming, approximately. to be able to get enough souls to do everything you will ever need to do in the entire game. Still a very long amount of time, but compared to some grinds in some games, I guess that's not too horrifically bad. I know, only 100 hours. Well, the grind in some games are much, much longer than that. But yeah, it's anywhere from 100 hours with the absolute best method to like 300 hours with lesser methods. So yeah, that is quite a bit of time. But there are many people in this game who have several thousand hours into the game, including myself. Actually, if I go check right now, we have like 3,000 something. Let me go check my profile. This isn't even counting all my time either, because now that we have our Let's Play account, all the time that's done on that account doesn't actually get shown on my main account anymore. But yes, we have 3,596 hours now. That is a very long amount of time. Very long. There are people with way more than that, though, surprisingly. Hello, Lolite. You made a second account so you could sub to you again. Well, thanks for that. Let's see. We're going to hack my account and disenchant my troops. If that did happen, I probably could get the devs to revert it, though I do not know if they have like a safe state on like what troops you currently have at the moment. Like if I was to accidentally click disenchant all, I don't know if they would actually be able to like get me everything back. I guess that wouldn't really matter. Like I wouldn't be heartbroken if we did ever accidentally click the disenchant button. The only reason I'm not clicking it is we have one of the highest numbers right there in the entire game. Total number of troops at 167,000. That is one of the highest currently around. I'm not quite sure what the exact highest is. Maybe Leah in the future could make a high scores list for it. Pretty sure that is trackable. Obviously, it's a stat that's tracked in the game. So maybe she'll do that eventually. I'm really curious. Or actually, I'll probably ask her later. See if she can look that up for me. Or even just make a whole high score list for it. She already made several high scores already based on datas within the game. This could be another one. But yeah, I don't know what the highest is. I know that we're probably top 10 in the entire game of total number of troops. Somewhere around there. Let's see. The only problem with that is people who are lower have really no way of catching up, since the rate of resources in this game are pretty static at the moment. The static as basically ever been. There are ways to accumulate a lot of keys, but most of them are just through the guild and just happen over time at a consistent rate. There are very few ways to actually grind it. Though maybe once they finally buff up arena and stuff, that'll be slightly different, because obviously no one really bothers with treasure hunt much these days. Also, in the Q&A stream that they did, also I just messed up like crazy up there, but in the Q&A stream they did mention they will be buffing treasure hunt in the future. They will also be buffing arena in the future. So that's pretty good to hear, because both of them are pretty much dead content later in the game. Early in the game, they're absolutely like ridiculously strong, but later in the game they become absolutely useless, particularly the treasure hunt minigame. The main reason for that is the best reward that you even get from this is gems, and the amount of gems it gives is relatively weak towards a late game player. Aside from that, your armor bonus does not actually work within the treasure hunt minigame. So the second you get 100% armor on your account, it basically becomes pointless to ever do treasure hunt again. And yeah, obviously you get that by like level 50 or so, level 100. Well, at level 50 you still actually could do treasure hunt, but by like level 150, 200, there would be very, very little need at that point. Oh, whoa. I hate when it moves my thing the wrong way. I need to go ask them that too. I don't even know if they know about that. How much different swiping is now ever since they switched over to Unity. Pretty sure they might be aware. I don't know if they actually have a way of like reverting it back to what it was before. Because ever since they switched over to Unity, the way that swiping works in this game is a lot more annoying than what it was before. It's really sensitive. I'm gonna move that over, move that over. It's like our third misclick today. Actually, today too. Oh, we could maybe go for a gold chest. I wasn't even trying to get a vault right now, but we might be able to go on track for one. It's been a while since I bothered to get a vault. They really don't serve much of a purpose unless you like wanted a gem key or something. Believe it only ends up dropping 2 whenever it gets it, 1 or 2. Can't recall because it's been so long since I actually got a drop from it. Let alone even getting one. Okay, we'll go move that over. Get that down, get that down. Well, we got 2 red chests next to each other, if nothing else. Problem is, that's not enough to actually get what we need. Getting there. We're running very low on turns, though. We can get a red chest right there. I need to get these, like, piled into each other. Nice extra turn right there. Oh, we might be able to go for it. We can get a red chest. Ooh. That's going to be too far away. I can do that one and then try getting another one to cascade into it. Okay, we're going to get one right there. So we take that up. Oh, that's not where I wanted that. Okay, no, we could just take that then. There we go. Now we just need to get, like, one more right there and we'll be good. And then we get a vault. I can move that down. That down. Come on, vault. So close. I think I got it. See, we move this one over. Move that down. And then we combine them together. There we go, a vault. Aha! We found one. Okay, let me just take this real quick. Okay, let's go get our vault. Shiny vaults with all the crackles. Been a while. Can't even remember how long it's been since I got a vault. Probably a couple weeks. I don't do treasure hunt that often. But we'll see what's in it. Best reward would be gem keys. Really anything other than glory would be pretty good. I really don't need more glory at this point. Well, we kind of do, but compared to the other resources, it's not as big. Which is why it's the weakest one there. Okay, move that down, move that down. Can we get 2 vaults? It's been a very long time since I bothered going for a double. Could make it. We're getting pretty lucky. I wasn't even planning on this to be a long map, but apparently we're going for it. Sometimes you just get lucky on a map. Move that over. Only got 1 red chest. We need a lot more to get a vault, though. A second vault. Nice extra turn. Very lucky drop right there. Wow. Move that down. Board's starting to get really clunky with smaller resources. Particularly the ones around the bottom. Whenever your bottom starts getting congested, you generally lose the map. You also need to make sure big resources aren't that far to the top. Also a good way to lose a map. Nice extra turn right there. Very lucky. A lot of really lucky instances in this map. Though maps are almost purely luck, though. Let's see. There's some strategy to them, obviously. But it does come out. Many maps do come pretty heavily on luck. Oh, we got 2 reds there. How much further can we go? I want to try bagging into that one. That green is way too far away to do anything, though. Yeah, the problem is everything over there is too far away. There we go. We got him closer. Let's see. I need these as far to the left as possible. We can move that there for 5 times and move it right on top. We can get another green there. I need 1 more bronze chest near this area. It would take me too many turns to shift it down, though. Yeah, I think we're going to lose. No, we're not going to get double vaults. No, it doesn't look like we'll reach it. We'll move that over. Another green, too far away, though. Well, actually, that's kind of where we need it, but we would need 2 more near it, which is definitely not happening in the amount of time we have. Nope. Okay, well, let's see what we get from the 1 vault and the 2 reds. 2 reds could give us glory keys or gems, possibly. No gems, but... Oh, there we go. There's a 5 gem and only 2 glory keys. So, yeah, that's not really that many resources for all the effort that you actually put into it, which is why it will be getting buffed in the future. Like that for, like, what, 5, 6, 7 minutes of work for an actual decent map, too. It's not like that it was even a horrible map. It was pretty solid. Only get 2 glory keys, 35... Actually, that's a lot of glory. 35 glory, 589 gold, which is less than, like, half a battle. 51 souls, which is, like, 1 battle. 5 gems, and 7 trait stones. It is really good for trait stones, though, I do have to say. If you're not looking for any specific one, and you're just looking to accumulate a bunch, and it happens to not be a 2 times trait stone week, like right now it's an extra gold week. But, yeah, it's pretty good for trait stones and stuff. But let's see. Let's go use the 2 glory keys we got, just for fun. What do we get? A useless troop. They definitely need to buff this thing. I have no clue why they made it so weak when they released it. It has the either or, but it's such a ridiculously weak either or. And what it naturally does is so bad to begin with. And a runic. Oh well. Nothing good out of that. So that's what this 2 glory keys did. Your next question, by the way, once you've maxed all kingdoms, what is the best use for gold? Once you've maxed every single kingdom, it is best to, if you're not committed to the guild you're currently in, go try finding a better guild and invest your money, or your, not money, but your gold into them. So for example, if you're in like a extremely casual guild right now and you don't really have much of attachment to them or anything, try finding a guild that you can start doing the gold requirement for. Like for example, 100,000 gold or 300,000 gold, or if you're really playing a lot, a 500,000 gold requirement guild. Some of them go even as high as 1 million and stuff, though that's like the extreme end game guilds. But try finding one that's within your range of being able to contribute every single week, because the rewards you'll end up getting from the guild is much more than what you could ever spend your gold on. Because after that, the only thing you could ever spend your gold on is basically gold keys, which are still okay, but the highest you can go is common and rare. So generally, it's better to invest that into a guild, preferably a guild that everyone's contributing about the same. My guild is 1 million gold per week, but of course there are a very wide range of guild contributions you can do. And the more you contribute, of course, the more you'll get done with tasks. And once you get every task done, you get to legendary tasks, which has a chance of giving legendary mythic cards, among many other late game resources and stuff like that. Let's see. You haven't been this long a map in a long time. You haven't seen that long. I know, it's very rare that I ever do really long maps. I do really enjoy the treasure hunt minigame. There's two things that take it away my enjoyment. 4 times speed, surprisingly. I actually wish 4 times speed did not apply to treasure maps. And 4 times speed and the resources that you actually accumulate from treasure maps. Those are the two things that really discourage me. 4 times speed now, it's basically it takes away all strategy from it, because the best way to do maps now is to rush through it as quickly as possible. Trying to think your moves out is not worth the resources you get. And of course, the other issue with it is it gives basically no resources. Any late game player has absolutely no point in using a treasure map. It's why we have 2,733 of them just sitting there. Yeah. It's starting to catch up with our gem pile and our key pile. But yeah, the rewards are just way too bad for late game relative to doing PvP or just about anything else other than that is way better. Let's see. Oh, never mind, I answered that question already. Are there any other questions that anyone wanted me to do? Just let me know, and we'll go around to them. Let me go do something with the new troop. I don't think did we even come up with anything like super amazing with it? I don't think we did. Everything was pretty average, and the ones that we did end up using him with, like a couple other ones, were based on teams that don't actually fully utilize them. Maybe once more wild folk come into the game, but all the core wild folk that really get used right now are basically already have the fast trait, so they don't gain much of a benefit from him. Don't forget dungeons. Oh yeah, I almost forgot dungeons. That would be helpful. Yeah, let me go do dungeons. That I definitely want to do. Don't want to forget them. I have yet to forget them, though I actually probably would have if you didn't just say that. But yeah, we have yet to miss a dungeon day, which is good because they are limited per day. It's not that good that they're limited. It's good that we didn't miss one yet. I don't mind that they're limited, and they did say that they are going to be adding a way in the future. They didn't specify on the Q&A stream, but they did say they're going to add a way to gain a very small amount of them in the future. Kind of like how in Treasure Hunt you're able to obtain a very small amount of gems. Similarly, you'll be able to obtain a very small amount of jewels in the future. Maybe even through Treasure Map, who knows, or some kind of new game mode. Also, one other thing that they did end up mentioning in that stream is they are indefinitely going to be adding more kingdoms to the game. There was always speculation because at the beginning when they launched the game, they only made the map big enough to hold about 32 kingdoms or so, which we are approaching that right now. We're like 3 kingdoms away from that threshold, where they basically have to expand out the map. And they did end up saying during the stream that yes, they are going to be expanding it out in some way, shape, or form. They're never going to stop releasing kingdoms. Because at their current rate, they would, if they were to have stopped, they would actually stop by like March of next year. But it has become such a staple of this game that we get a new kingdom every few months that they did say that they will be continuing it for the foreseeable future. So yeah, we have that. Also, we just lost this because our queen map can't kill it. We also have 0 attack now, so technically we could still win off of Justice, I guess. Would be very unlikely though. And that's match. Yeah, we lost now. There's no way to possibly win. The most we could do is 1 or 2 damage at a time with 4 times or 5 times skulls. Which is definitely not going to win that is for sure. Okay, let's go do whatever the dungeons are for today. So what color is today? You know what? I need to keep track of what color each day is, because I don't believe it switches from week to week. And I still haven't covered a video going over it, and that would be pretty important information to know. I could always look back on every single stream that we've done, and then I'd be able to tell what the colors are. So yeah, I'll probably just do that later before I do the video, whenever we do end up going over it. I didn't really think dungeons really needed much explaining, though. For early game, it does. But I still need to get my early game account progressed just a little bit further before I can do like a early games video kind of build for it. It's still lacking quite a bit of souls, and I haven't bothered spending the time to farm them, particularly since he farms at such a slow rate. I believe my other account gets like 8,000 souls per hour or so, because the only thing we can do at the moment is arena with horrifically bad weapons, since we haven't really unlocked anything yet. Isn't Furnace worth using on a Red Day Guild Wars? Yes. If you don't have Element Grim, yes. He's definitely worth using on pretty much any Guild War day that he shares the color on. It doesn't have to be specifically Red Guild War day. You can get away with him on any Guild War day that he's colored relevant. Good team with 1 fair Shra for PvP. I don't know what the meta would be on that these days. You would definitely need a secondary troop like Valkyrie on the team. I know that for sure. So, Mana Generator, Valkyrie, a troop that does damage, and then Fair Shra would be your entire team. What specifically would be the other 2, I do not know off the top of my head. But that would basically be your team. Mana Generator, Valkyrie, a damaging troop, and Fair Shra. Take out the reds. Remap it. We messed with that quite a bit when Fair Shra first came out, but I know that they were not that quick from what I remember. It's one of the reasons why you don't see me constantly using a Fair Shra on my team. They were so slow relative to the meta that I was like, there's no point in using a Fair Shra. The biggest issue with Fair Shra in PvP is he's single target, and generally in PvP you actually want multi-target, not single target. It's one of the reasons why Kraken is so ridiculously good right now, Wisp, stuff like that. That's also why they had to add Submerge, that new trait thingy or status effect that basically allows you to dodge full AoEs. Because right now, full AoEs are just absolutely insane how strong they are relative to other damaging options. They should start falling off some, because next Kingdom's going to have several Submerges. And things like Dragon Soul, Christine X, even though they're going to probably remain just as powerful as they are now, they're probably going to get a lot lower in their usage if a lot of people start running Submerge related troops to kind of negate them. Gorgotha, Christine X, Dragon Soul, Ra. Oh, that's funny. Using the triple threat just simply with a fair Shra at the end. Yeah, I guess that would end up working. I haven't used that base team for a while. It's one I generally do show whenever we kind of need to like put something into a team for a week. But yeah, the standard Gorgotha, Dragon Soul, Christine X combo would be perfectly fine. Currently using Christine X, Dragon Soul, Fair Shra, Christine X. That also seems perfectly fine. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. So yeah, you can just keep using that. Should be perfectly fine. I don't see any real fault in what's going to happen there. Scion might be a little bit annoying, but other than that, nothing bad is really going to happen. Wisps and Scion are about the only 2 really big threats to that. And also, I guess, Mana Drain Spam. But then again, what isn't Mana Drain Spam good against these days? Probably should have threw the Justice first to try to get more blues on the board. But he missed anyway, so I guess that wouldn't have made a difference. Go move that up, get our blue, get a skull. And Valkyrie, can we get you up already? There we go. Need to get your power. Feed us your energy. And that should be close to match. Move that down, move that down. Skull is obviously going to get a kill, but we don't actually need a kill. And down it goes. Just trying to get souls while PvP. Yeah, passive souls in PvP are always nice. I was running Dragon Soul for the longest of times in all my PvP teams just to make sure I would accumulate souls. Lately, I haven't been doing that as much. Because as I mentioned in the past, Dragon Soul is, while it is an absolutely amazing troop, it does fall off a bit later in the game. Because the max it can ever do, regardless of your level, is 20 damage per cast. And like, for example, comparing that to a KrissTigger, to KrissTigger. KrissTigger ends up doing a lot of bit more. Like 24 plus boost ratio, that's about an average of 28 per cast. That is 8 higher than what a Dragon Soul does. And every single AoE in late game does more than 20 damage. Dragon Soul is one of the few that's actually pretty much the lowest AoE you can even do. But it has so many side effects as well, plus the soul gain, that it generally is still considered decent later in the game. Let's see, what's should you trait first? A Gorgolfa, KrissTigger, Dragon Soul, or double KrissTigger? Oh, definitely KrissTigger. Out of every single thing you mentioned there, KrissTigger is the biggest thing you should always get first. Gorgolfa would probably be next, and Dragon Soul you could save for last. Dragon Soul doesn't really gain much of a benefit from being traded. It mainly just becomes tankier and immune to things like Queen Mab and stuff. But KrissTigger ends up having the best traits. Every single one it utilizes pretty well. Gorgolfa is kind of useless without its traits, but it doesn't gain as much of a benefit than a KrissTigger does. Gorgolfa you kind of need traded if you're using a first law, of course, for the mitigation against skulls, but since the AI takes skulls a lot less, you can get away with an untraded Gorgolfa. I wouldn't really advise it, but if you had to for budget reasons, I would definitely say KrissTigger should be your focal point. You can get the trait stones from him from Magrim Woods, if I'm not mistaken, or the correct colors. Yes, Magrim Woods is where you end up getting the green-blue to get yourself your KrissTigger traded. Anyways, guys, I'm going to be heading out for tonight. Thank you all so much for coming down. Tomorrow is a Friday, of course, so tomorrow morning we will be streaming at 10 a.m. to go do all of our normal stuff. There is no new content, I don't believe, coming to PC Mobile, but next Friday, not tomorrow, but the following Friday, we will be getting a new Kingdom of Merlantis, as long as it doesn't get pushed back again. So we do have that. Also, console, I believe you guys are getting your new Mythic. Also, one thing. Oh, wait, before I go. One kind of important thing. Console, you guys are getting Doomclaw tomorrow, I believe. But for PC Mobile players, if you want a Doomclaw, or easily getting a Doomclaw, make sure to get them by basically tonight, within like the next 5 hours. In like 5 or 6 hours, once the morning reset sets, you will not be able to get a Doomclaw as easily. All the mythics after today will be in the drop pool, and the only way you're really going to be able to get him at this point, if you don't get him now, would be from crafting him within the Soul Forge, or at least realistically getting him. You can still get him off a random glory gem or keys like that, as you normally would, but it's just a very low chance. It's 1 out of however many mythics are. So right now, it's a guaranteed chance if you get a mythic that you would get him. He's not really excessively needed. He does have a nice Devour ability. I do use him on, I believe, my green Guild War Day, was it? Or no, it was my blue Guild War Day. I think I've been using him, and he's been doing pretty good for that. But yeah, not really the most needed mythic, but I did want to mention that, because in case any of you were, you just throw down maybe some of your glory or gems, if you wanted to maybe attempt for that. Just wanted to mention that, just so in case anyone kind of forgot. But anyways, guys, I'm heading off now. Best of luck with everything, and I'll see you all tomorrow, and have a good weekend if I do not. So I'll see you all tomorrow morning. Goodbye, everyone.